Klinefelter syndrome, being unable to produce testosterone, has serious implications for men. This is by Monash University on the Conversation by Dragan Ilic on Medical Express. Most men don't know the normal size of testes. Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic disorder that affects approximately 1 in 450 males. Each cell in the human body has 23 pairs of chromosomes. The sex chromosomes in a female are XX and in the men are XY. Typically, men have 46 chromosomes with an arrangement of 46XY, while those with Klinefelter syndrome have 46XXY arrangement. In other words, they have an extra X chromosome, a female chromosome. Klinefelter syndrome is not commonly diagnosed, with only 4 in 10 men diagnosed after birth and 10% diagnosed pre-puberty. Klinefelter syndrome is not typically diagnosed at birth, although physical characteristics may include a small penis and under-descended testicles. Klinefelter syndrome is the most common form of hypogonadism, where men are unable to produce sperm or sufficient levels of male sex hormone testosterone. The low levels of testosterone result in the underdevelopment of typical male characteristics. Symptoms of Klinefelter syndrome vary between individuals, but typically include small testicles, lack of facial, pubic, and underarm hair, breast tissue enlargement, poor muscle development, disproportionately long arms and legs compared to the body, and potential learning and language difficulties as well. As adults, men with Klinefelter syndrome are infertile, as the extra X chromosome affects the ability to produce sperm, known as azoospermia. Men with this condition may also experience a low libido, depression, and are at risk of osteoporosis as well. While Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic disorder, it is not one that is inherited, as brothers of men with Klinefelter syndrome typically have 46XY pattern. The addition of the extra X chromosome is believed to occur as a random event during the formation of the reproductive cells, either within the fertilized egg or during cell division as the baby develops. Diagnosis: Klinefelter syndrome can be diagnosed through a variety of tests. Physical examination of the genitals will confirm the size of testes, with a size typically less than 4 millimeters, the size of a sultana grape. Klinefelter syndrome can be confirmed using the blood test, which involves chromosomal analysis. And further blood tests can also examine the levels of testosterone and other sex hormones, as well as semen examination for levels of sperm. Klinefelter syndrome may also be diagnosed prenatally through maternal blood testing. Treatment: men diagnosed with Klinefelter syndrome cannot be cured. Rather, treatment aims to overcome some aspects of symptoms. Hormone therapy, specifically testosterone replacement, is a lifelong therapy that increases physical strength, body tone, and general well-being in men. Testosterone therapy is available in various formats, including gels, injections, lotions, creams, and patches. If diagnosis occurs during teenage years, testosterone therapy is initiated at a low dose increased to the adult years. In some men with Klinefelter syndrome, sperm may be found in the testicular tissue. For such men, assisted reproductive therapy such as intracytoplasmic sperm injection, ICSI, may be used to achieve pregnancy with their partners. ICSI is a form of in vitro fertilization, IVF, whereby a single sperm is injected into each egg during the IVF procedure. Donor insemination and adoption are alternatives in cases where assisted reproductive therapies are not an option. Cosmetic surgery may be performed to remove enlarged breast tissue. Counseling, physical, and speech therapy may also be performed to assist men with the psychosocial aspects of the diagnosis. Now, why is this hidden? Lack of knowledge, awareness, and psychosocial impact are all reasons Klinefelter syndrome are typically underdiagnosed. Men typically use health services less frequently than women do. Even when men do see a doctor, a reproductive health examination is not routinely performed. Few men have ever heard of Klinefelter syndrome, and similarly would be unaware of the symptoms. For example, many men would not know what the typical size of the testes is, and so many may be unaware that they have small testes. In teenagers, symptoms of Klinefelter syndrome may be clouded by learning problems and the onset of puberty, with Klinefelter syndrome not primary in the thoughts of many health professionals. Embarrassment, stoicism, and fear of the unknown are common psychosocial issues perceived by men that prevent them from seeing their doctor about reproductive health issues. Treatment and management of strategies. Strategies for Klinefelter syndrome can ensure men diagnosed with the condition have good health outcomes. Further engagement with Klinefelter syndrome support groups can provide men with peer support and assist in overcoming any perceived psychosocial barriers associated with this diagnosis. This was from The Conversation, and it's on Medical Express. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.